Doc Favors here. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about all things that deals with self-mastery and wealth creation. And I have a question for you. Have you ever felt like what you were called to do or what you had passion about doing was downplayed by the media and mainstream? And you know that it's your passion. You can accelerate in it, but it just didn't measure up to what everyone else thought. And now it puts you in a certain place. Well, in today's video, I'm going to share a few clips with you, and I'm going to share with you how you can stop being ashamed of the industry that you're called to be in. And of course, you all, thank you so much for being here. And if you would do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it because I looked at the analytics, and a lot of you all, about 45%, are watching, but you're not hitting that subscribe button. So please do me a favor and do that, okay? And today, we're going to dive into it. Now, as always, you all, I have a few clips. And so it's a very important topic, and I'm doing this for a reason because I want you to catch. I want you to see this before I unveil to you of what we are going to stop being ashamed of. Okay. So with that being said, let's take a look at this clip real quick. I want you all to hear this. This is life changing.
Yo, hey, what's up? It's your boy ET. Just left the Go Pro stage. All right, still in Las Vegas, still backstage. Let me tell you something. Amazing energy, amazing content. I had an opportunity to sit in the green room and listen to some of the concepts. And what I love about what Eric is doing is that it's a mixture. It's a mixture of keynote, but it's also a mixture of individuals sitting down in an interview format and really giving the strategies and the steps to be successful in the network marketing. All right, so I've been in the game for over 10 years now, and it is an industry that will financially change your life forever. And I think the thing I love about it most is the information you get. Like, it's not just about the product, it's also about personal development. It's also about people getting the opportunity to hear people like myself and, other great speakers, other great influencers, other great minds, people who've authored books, people who have, built uplines and downlines, and been able to bring people on stage and execute, in all sorts of ways. So people are getting a little bit of everything. So then I think the biggest thing for me is to see Eric. I met his wife backstage, his in-laws are here, his children are here, part of the business. So what it could do for your family, you know what I'm saying? So hey, it's your boy ET saying, do me a favor, go pro. All right, don't be an amateur all your life. Go pro.
Now, did you all hear that? Okay.
I've been involved.
He said, don't be an amateur, go pro. But most importantly, did you hear how he spoke about it with confidence? And I'm telling you right now, obviously by now you know that why does network marketing get such a bad name? Why do we have to be ashamed that we are in the industry, found the industry, whereby it gives us the opportunity, you all, through word of mouth, which is what many companies do today, that gives us the opportunity, whereas in another industry, we wouldn't be able to do it. Yes. And the reason I believe I've been doing some research on this, because I was wondering, why do we say things that, it is what it is. We got a great company opportunity now that I'll be sure to leave a link down below. But I know a lot of people who made their first six figures, first seven figures, even eight figures in network marketing. Now I get it. In some circles, it gets a bad name. One of the videos I watched, he said it's that way because some people try it and they don't do the work, and then they don't try it for 30 days, it don't work, and then they immediately say, "Oh, it didn't work. It must be a scam or it's a pyramid scheme." Guys, that is not the case here. Any business you get involved in, if you work the system, it will work for you. It just takes time. And the good thing about the industry is that network marketing, you can do it part-time. Jim Rohn has a video that I'm gonna show y'all, not today, but in a minute, because I'm gonna be doing a series on this, man, for real. Because Jim Rohn said that is he called it he said the magic of part-time. Now, I don't like using that word, obviously, but I'm just quoting the man, okay? But think about how powerful that is, that you can keep your regular job, do something part-time, and really do it enough until the part-time work makes and generates more income than your full-time job. So the word that I gravitate to is I'm working full-time to build my fortune while I'm still on my full-time job. Did y'all hear me? No, excuse me. I'm working part-time on my fortune while working full-time on my job until I get to a place where I can do and work full time on my fortune. And of course, when you talk about fortune, you look up the definition of that in a good dictionary. It talks about the ability to create wealth, to generate wealth in business and marketplace. Okay. So I wanted you all to hear that because when I saw this piece and I saw the clip, because I watched Eric Worre, I studied, I read his books and everything, even been to some of the conferences online. But it dawned on me, if you're not in the space, then a lot of people shun it. But I'm like, why? Well, you never listen to me. Hear me when I tell you all this. You never have to put something else down to make yours great or to make yours better. That is a principle that I live by. I try to stay positive, you all, but you don't rarely hear me slander something someone else doing just to make mine look better. Because if I have to do all that, then that means, guess what? It may not be worth doing. So I don't put it down. It's other great things. Here's the key to it right here. It's other great businesses and other companies out here. You have the Mary Kays, the Amways. These companies still open right now. I still see women riding in pink Cadillac. Matter of fact, I have some mentees that's scaled up in the company and doing great. So here's the thing. You have to now, I will say this. It is very important that you find the right company that fits you. It's not about the comp plan. It's not about necessarily the product, although products in the health space are good in some of these companies, but more so, it's about the culture. We just came back from a 5 day intense in Scottsdale, Arizona, and it was just so amazing to be around in a room full of people on the same journey with as I am, trying to get to a destination. And we was all vibrating. We were just meeting people from all across the world, over the globe, and it was such a great piece. I got that video here. I'll show you this real quick for some of you all who new to the channel. You go here to Mike Favors, and that's what I was saying about the views, guys. We close to getting 1,000 views for the videos, but it just, it took 3 weeks. But anyway, if you go here, you hit video on my YouTube, you'll see this down here, the highlights from Journey. And I'm talking about, man, we all of us got high energy. It was just amazing. Y'all know what I mean? And so that's what I wanted to say. So that's one video. Excuse me, that's not the one I want y'all to see. I want you to see here. So that's one video that I want you to see. That was that piece. Now the next one, here's an individual that some of you all may rock with, some of you all may not, but Robert Kiyosaki, that was E.T. Taylor, Eric Taylor. This video clip is about Robert Kiyosaki, where he's talking about why he actually endorses network marketing. I want you all to hear this because if you're a business and you really have an entrepreneurial spirit, you do not have to be ashamed that you are in a position to change the trajectory of your whole family, whole life. Okay. And I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter if people talk about it, they shun it. You can say that from behind as we continue to elevate. Okay. But I don't want to sound dogmatic like that, but I'm just trying to prove a point to you all because I'm hearing too many people they're almost scared to say it. Man, our company, great company, solve great problems. But yes, it has a network marketing component. Yes, it has a multi-level component. However you want to say it, y'all. But we're not ashamed of it. Matter of fact, we're grateful for it, for the opportunity. So take a listen at this. I want y'all to hear this real quick. Listen at this.
So let me tell you why I endorse network marketing or why I call it the power of it. The reason for it is as an entrepreneur, this word here, network marketing, is the key to making a lot of money, to being successful. It's only those people who have an employee mentality, working for a paycheck, or like a specialist or a small business guy who just wants it for themselves. They don't understand the power of network marketing. Now let me give you, this is not just for the network marketing industry. When you talk about television stations, they talk about a television network. That's how big people think. They think in terms of networks. When you talk about radio, they talk about a radio network. And this
Now let me just pause here because I let ET go all the way through because I want y'all to get that without an interruption so you can go back and rewind it. But listen to what he just said. It's in industries. The majority of the major industries on the planet, you all consider it and have the language of network. Okay. When you talk about paying advertising funds and promotions, and it just makes sense now to use the workforce to give others an opportunity, And so when you talk about having a network, you think about it. I used to hear a lot of leaders back in the day will say this to us. Your net worth is determined by your network. Okay. It's just like your altitude is determined by your attitude, or your attitude determines your altitude. But I'm wondering now if we would switch our brains to network. Because see, here's the thing. As a coach, right? Y'all know I have a business or whatever. We got mentees, we coaching. And do you all know that we ask them for referrals? Referrals is nothing but word of mouth marketing. And we give them incentive. If someone takes the program, I'll give you 30%, I'll give you 40%, some of them 50%. That's nothing but network marketing, you all. It may just have a different name on it, but at best, that's what that is. And if you really want to scale anywhere in business, this is something that you're going to want to deal with. And I know some of you all may say, hey, well, I can't build, I can't do all that. Once again, I'm getting ready. This is the beginning of a series where I'm going to be sharing with you all some of the things that I'm teaching our team and how we're building. And it's so effortless. It's so easy. It requires work, though. You see, that's why we want you to get into your mind. It's part time. So it's not that it's going to take up all of your time, but it does require some work and some skills. That's where we kind of mess up. We tell people, oh, you ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to put nothing in. You ain't got to talk. You can just set it and forget it. Y'all, that's misleading. Okay. And I believe that's why some people don't agree or have a problem with network marketing. But I'm going to tell you right now, we're doing it ethically, morally correct, and we're bringing fun back to the industry because we have fun. We have fun on our presentations. I know y'all see the energy. It's fun, you all. And not to mention that we found something that has such a staying power because it's real world, okay? And of course, y'all know what I'm talking about. So anyway, let's go back and let's listen to a little more of this.
Same thing. My friend owns a series of gas stations. He calls it a network of gas stations. So the rich use the term network a lot. And I know one of the reasons when I started in endorsed network marketing is because in many circles it has a negative connotation. And that's because a lot of times people who shouldn't be in the business join the business, or also people abuse the business. But the reason I endorse network marketing is for people who really want to get out of the rat race and really want to get on with, building a business by helping other people build their businesses. So that's why I endorse network marketing.
So I want you to understand what he just said, you all. Remember that this is Robert Kiyosaki. He's the one known for the cash flow quadrant, right? Let me see if y'all can see that. Let me straighten that up just a little bit. Let me turn that just a little bit. Okay, yeah, y'all can see that right there. So you have the employee, the self-employed, the business, and investor. Okay, that's the cash flow quadrant. This is Robert Kiyosaki, where he's saying these is certain percentages or whatever. This is 1%. I think this is 4%. This is, let me get this right now. This is 90% and this is 5%. 95, that's 100, right? And most of your employee mindset is here. Now, don't get me wrong. We need specialists, okay? You go to the doctor, you need, HVAC done, or you need some electrical work done. We need these professionals, but we want you to be in the position because you love to do it. That way you get a sense of fulfillment from it. So when he said everyone is not supposed to be in the business, a lot of people don't understand that. And I heard Tony Robbins say this, when it comes to business, you got to understand accounting, you got to understand management. It's so many skill sets that come with this quadrant that some people don't need to do that. But when it comes to network marketing, you all, it makes it easier because you don't have to deal with product. You don't have to deal with bookkeeping. You have to deal with that. They got all the things for you. And so you get to focus on really the networking side of it, the marketing side of it. That's a skill set that you have to learn, but it's so worth it, guys. All right. And so when he said that's why he endorsed it, this is one of the reasons why I wanted you all to hear from him. Some of the things or policies or whatnot, I'm not here to debate that. I'm just here to tell you that someone of that stature who sold all the books, who is really serious in the economic space, his voice is respected, especially when it comes to silver and gold and real estate, whether you realize it or not. Many of us read his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100, y'all. And it worked, and it understand, just like this piece right here. Y'all know this works. Y'all know this is real. So what am I saying to you? We don't have to be ashamed of what we have in terms of the industry of network marketing. And I'm here to tell you that if you would settle yourself, learn a few skill sets, and this is why I'm starting this series for our team, all right? I'm putting it on here because I know some of you all watch us. And once again, if it's not for you, then just keep scrolling. But I believe in my heart that there is a wealth transfer that is taking place with digitization, tokenization, that our company is leading in this. And I'm telling you all now, humbly but loud, is clear as day. And I'm saying some of you all have gotten our link and you have signed up, but you hadn't contacted us so we can help onboard you get into it, I'm telling you right now, tokenization, digitization, real world assets, y'all, AI is here to stay, and we have everything wrapped up in one place when you talk about Meditaire, Bellator, and Miracle Pay, okay? And so this is what I'm doing. I'm sounding the alarm. So y'all, we do not have to be ashamed to say we have a network marketing component, a multi-level component to it. We know the ecosystem is way bigger than that, but I'm telling you right now, I'm happy, I'm proud because it gives me the ability to put on this business hat. It gives me the ability, and it'll give you the same ability to go from the left side of this quadrant to the right side of this quadrant and build a business, have a team to back you, and you can learn all the skill sets from presenting, from teaching, from sales, from closing. You can do whatever, and you can scale up, and most importantly, you can change the trajectory of your family's financial life. Once again, Henry David Thoreau, one of my favorite quotes, said, "Life is the ability, wealth is the ability to live life to the fullest." And I don't know about you, but I made the decision, a conscious decision, years ago when I first got introduced to this business. I've been in network marketing you all since like 99. I'm talking about we had 5 links back then. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about some old school stuff now, y'all. Y'all, Tahitian noni juice. Y'all don't know nothing about that. I'm telling you. And I understood the concept that you know what? I can literally change my life and my family's life by learning how to do business in a certain way. See, that's what it is about for me and my family. My wife is in it. My 2 sons is in it. I'm gonna tell y'all now. They're setting the trajectory of learning how to do business. Valuable skill sets, y'all. All right. So that being said, you all, once again, I hope this was valuable for you all. I would love to hear from you all about this subject. Put your comments down below. Let's try to keep it positive. You know, I know some of you all want to vent and everything. You can do that on your own page, but I try to like to keep positive vibes around me, positive, conversation. If you have something negative to say, then it's, just, kind of hold that, keep it to yourself. But I do want to hear your thoughts now. So I'm not trying to be condescending. I want to hear your thoughts, but no negative slamming or no slandering. Okay. Now, if you got a valid point, it's true. It's true. I get that. It's not for everyone, but for those who sense this and you have an entrepreneurial spirit, you can sense where I'm going with this. I'm going to be doing a whole, like I said, I'm a whole training. I'm gonna probably set up a playlist for these trainings because I got people who I know that is on our team, in our downline, that needs to know this information. And so this is what I'm doing out here. I haven't decided if I'm going to attach Bellator update to this. I think I might just leave it as is. You do not have to be ashamed to be in the industry of network marketing, multi-level marketing. You do not. I would dare tell you to, if you believe in the product, you believe in the company, embrace it and let it get in you. And you can go to the top. You just need a little training, all right? So that being said, you all, this Doc Favors. Once again, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Y'all in the industry, y'all, please share it. Let's get the algorithms up, you all. I want to try to get all the videos up to the same one that's here. And I thank you all for all the new subscribers. But let's get these views up. Let's show YouTube that we know what we're talking about and we're excited to be here, okay? That being said, I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.